I'm joined today by someone who I'll allow to introduce herself, and we're just going to talk. We're not coming as two experts in. I was going to say name calling. That feels like the wrong thing here. We're going to come in as two experts in our own lives, two masters of our own lives, and people on a path of mastery. And that path of mastery may not mean that we are at the level of knowing everything and having 100% agency of it all. But we're choosing to go down the path of apprenticing to ourselves to find out more about who we are and share that power out here. So I'd love to open up the mic here. Let's just start off here. You can unmute yourself here, and if you can, would you mind letting us know the name that that we can use with you during today's conversation?
Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary. It's really wonderful to have you here. It's really wonderful to be in conversation with you. Throughout today's conversation, like I love to say, I'm gonna lead, but you're in control. So what that means is like we've started out this conversation a certain way with me sharing a story. I'd love to hear some stories from you as well. But let's just go back. Let's just be in the conversation here. Mary, can I ask what made you say yes to this conversation? What made you say like, oh yeah, like something's going down and I want to be a part of it?
It was the conversation about, I felt like it was self, the true, authentic, genuine you, me. And I think that's where it starts the core. When a person can be authentic with themselves first, then you have an authentic conversation. And I wanted to grow in that area so I can have better connections than I already believe I have. So I was like, yeah, this is the thing, to grow me so that I can connect better.
Indeed, it is, Mary. So let's play with this here. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. It's so interesting. I'm realizing in this moment that in sharing the story, it's created a certain space, and I want to leave room for I want to leave room for whatever we need in this place to both play and to continue to go deep. Mary, I'm curious. I'm really curious here, just so I can get to know you in this particular space here, right? Would you mind sharing? Let's see. Let's think about this. What does your name mean to you?
Mary is inclusive of who I was born, the legal name I was born with that my parents gave to me. It's also what I've grown myself to be, and includes the wiser me. My name means light, a gift, a guide. It's also one of my grandmother's names that I never met. So I'm very proud of it.
When you say that, it takes me to we just had a child, our first child, and in the Ghanaian tradition on my father's side, we names are bestowed or chosen based on other prominent or significant people in our family lineage. So when you talk about your name after your grandmother, it makes me think about how we went and named our child as well. And it is there's power that comes through that there.
And an added note, my full name is Mary Lou Jean Porter that I was born with. Mary is my mother's name, and Lou Jean is my father's mother's name. I don't tell everybody my full middle name. People that are very close to me know me as, they may call me Mary Lou. I have a good close friend that just calls me Lou or Louie. I love my grandmother, and I used to be more proud of it when I was younger. But kind of embarrassed at the same time of a young person having what society thought as a quote unquote older person's name in my generation. So I like advertise it. I just say, okay, I'll let some people call me Mary Lou, and it's just Mary L. For years, I just used my middle initial and my full name. And then I decided that I love my full name. I would own it, but I still wouldn't allow everybody to call me that name because it felt like a personal thing. That if you call me by my full name, or at least my first two names, we're very personal. So I adapted Mary LP. It felt still personal, like a little closer connected and inclusive of my name. And it also felt like the me that I designed, that I always wanted to be, not who everybody else said I was or thought I was. Because as Mary L. Porter, all my life, I lived according to other people's terms and what they wanted. So I didn't want people to call me Mary L. Porter because I felt that that wasn't the authentic me. I have come to realize that the me today is self-created. I've created the world, the authentic me, from the little kid that was initial to the adult that has acquired many wisdoms. So I believe that like Mary LP is just all inclusive, open enough to be personal and allow other people in, but still have my self and to be a little bit selfish.
It's the World Joy Movement. Yeah. What was your greatest insight from this conversation? And if you want to come and be a part of a conversation like this live, it's really simple. Just go to beworldjoy.com and come introduce yourself and let's take the conversation to the next level because you're there now.
All right, let's play.